Thank you, John. Notwithstanding the request of the bishop to have a moratorium on amendments to the Constitution and canons until 2026, the Constitution and Canons Committee did receive 3 proposed amendments, which we were obliged by canon to review and report on. One was a very technical amendment concerning the chapter of the cathedral. In 2023, when this was enacted, for some reason, the number of appointees to the chapter by the bishop and the members elected by the congregation were erroneously entered into this. The bylaws provide for different numbers. This is a technical correction to the Constitution and canons. I see Greg Powell there to speak on this. The committee met and unanimously agreed that this amendment be passed by convention, but unfortunately we can't do it today and we'll just have to defer to another day. Greg.
Trinity Cathedral. Ernie, I just rise to clarify. The cathedral chapter chose to amend its own bylaws to reduce the number of elected members and the number that would be appointed by the bishop. We did this with some consultation with the bishop. We brought it to this convention in 2023 to be voted on. We had already made the changes on the ground at the cathedral, and the bishop put forth a task force to study the cathedral, so we thought as a courtesy we would remove it.
Okay.
But it was part of a larger number of changes. So when we withdrew it, we forgot to keep the one thing about the chapter. So on the ground at the cathedral, these changes have been made.
Correct.
We brought it here today to bring it into alignment, to bring the diocesan canons into alignment with ours.
Thank you for that clarification. And that is correct. And we strongly recommend that this be passed when the convention reconvenes. There are 2 other amendments which have been proposed. And I'm not going to go into them in detail. They relate to substantive changes to 2 canons. Canon 701.2I concerning vestry bylaws relating to the relationship with the cleric, and a proposed amendment adding Canon 703.3 regarding procedures when a vestry can seek the bishop's assistance in identifying candidates in search of a new rector. The Committee on Constitution and Canons met, discussed these 2 proposals. We unanimously agreed that they were not appropriate. We will recommend to convention that they not be accepted by convention and that they be rejected. We did file an extensive report with respect to all 3 of these canon amendments. They are in the published materials, which you should receive online. I would urge you to read those reports. They're quite lengthy. We've explained in detail why we think action should or should not be taken, so please read them before we reconvene, and that way you will understand the issues. We'll be available to answer questions at the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ernie.